Welcome to Abraxas Precipice, episode 7. Lucky number, right? We're getting into it. Thank you so much for joining us. We are a Expanse actual play. I've had a lot of fun with it. So I want to say, everyone, thank you for tuning in last week. It was a good episode. We had a lot of people watching. That was super awesome. We had our last week we were off, but I went up to visit some people. I saw Donna, I saw Lauren. It was a nice trip up north. I didn't tell you guys too. The place I stayed was pretty nice actually. It wasn't, I'm not gonna tell you it was like the fanciest place, but the only problem I had was there was this gal in the room next to me that started kind of smelling a little bit. But whatever. But I got a shirt when I was there too. See, it was at this place called the Blue Falcon Hotel. But that was a good time. All right. You see what I did there? That was.
Yeah. That's what you did there.
That was a lot
Very
of effort.
nice.
That was a lot of effort for nothing.
That's a nice shirt, though. That's a nice shirt.
So
that was a lot of effort for that shirt. That's what it feels
It was. Yeah. Did you see it? It's a Blue Falcon Hotel, and it even has the rate per hourly rate at the bottom.
Nice.
All right. So, in addition, we have some cool stuff to give away tonight from Green Ronin. They have provided us another copy of Ships of the Expanse. Their new book is coming out here in a few months. The print copy. If you want to jump in and enter to win it, you can go ahead and type in Rock Hopper, all one word, into the chat, and let me go and put that in real quick for everybody. What is it? Giveaway. And you can go ahead and do that, and yeah, not a problem. Go ahead and enter, and we'll give it away at the end of the thing. We've been looking at the book ahead of time, the Green Rose Night stuff, to get some sneak peeks of it, and it's impressive. It's a really, really nice book. Highly recommended. And then the other thing we have going on too is for July. We have a sub goal. We're asking for a fair number, but if we can hit it, we have something else to give away. And the next, when we hit that goal, the next giveaway after that, we will be giving away a copy of the Expanse board game by WizKids. I managed to find a copy of this. It is hard to find right now, but I managed to find a copy of my trip, and we will be giving that away to one lucky enter winner, people. Along, so you can have a nice fun experience. And I've been playing it with my friends. It's a blast. It's a really solid board game. I know it's kind of hard to believe that I have friends, but I do. So that's all good stuff. We gotta start off with our shout out to our Patreon. Our Patreon is a place where you can go and support us. And when you do so, the money we get from there, we put back into the show. We try to get better gear, get better prizes, stuff like that. We have a thing on there called Oil Belt Loda, which we say an Oil Belt Loda to our high-end, we'll say our high-end patrons, which is our buddy Dan. We have bonus episodes. We're actually gonna film another one, but there's 2 up there right now. One with Wyatt and one with Jackrabbit. So you go check them out, get some origin story, how they end up with into this Brady Bunch situation that we have in space. But let's go ahead and give our Oil Belt Loda to our buddy Daniel. You ready?
Yeah.
Oil Belt Loda!
Hey, Barcelona!
So very cool, very awesome. So last thing I want to do is do a quick recap, and and we have the community challenge. If you get your little points in the chat, you can use those to redeem them and start going towards the full throttle Hoss, where I will put the churn immediately to 30 and wild shit happens. I saw Donna spending her points to pull the churn back.
Thank you, Donna.
I respect it. So now it turns to 22. Right, cool, guys. So let's go ahead and get a quick recap of what's happening. So last time we left off, you had been flying through. You left Prometheus where stuff went badly awry. The deal that was supposed to go through between the OPA and the Free Fools just fell through. Going through space, you had a stowaway, if you will, named Diana, who was the one that set up the deal. She is interested in passage to Mars, trying to get clear of Prometheus Station, and honestly, the Saturn system completely. She wants out of Jovian, she wants past the belt, she wants to go back to Mars. Seems like she thinks it'll be a little more level. and such. And she's willing to pay, and was able to also rename your ship and get your guys' transponder cleared up for you. Since then, though, she's been watching a lot of news. She seems to be watching a lot of news feeds constantly, and is taking particular interest in this one called Pyramid News Network, which is kind of known for being a tabloid. But she seems to think that they're onto something, that like somehow they know about stuff that's before it happens. And specifically, the ID stopped at a station called Himalaya, Himalaya, in the Jovian system. And you guys took a quick look around, but found evidence that the team that attacked Claire and Remy had been there, and in fact had the package they were there to deliver at that location. You guys were a little late, but you did have confirmation of this through both forensic evidence and also some computer data that was largely, most of it was destroyed, but you guys found enough that was intact that you could confirm this. As such, she's definitely become very interested in this Pyramid News Network, and in the time that has since you guys left the station on Himalaya, she's been watching it nonstop. So, you guys right now, it's kind of become apparent that trying to find who this Pyramid News Network people are, this kind of pirate station, is something of interest. How are they getting this information? How do they know these guys were here? Because it looked like they took off within hours of the news story first breaking off this little small network. So, you guys on the Sinclair, flying around the Jovian system, kind of before you start to plot a course for Mars again. But based on what you're seeing, it looks like maybe the Pyramid News Network might be they might know who these guys are, or they might have a way to find them or something. So, what do you guys want to be doing on the Sinclair?
We're all healed up. Is there a way to see what's on that hard drive without destroying it?
Yeah, Abby cracked it pretty quick, delicately using some of the systems in the tech shop and such. And essentially, it was just a evacuation order with a timestamp, and the timestamp matching up to the broadcast on Pyramid News Network is not very far off. It seems like they broke that story while those guys were here. And then it looks like they were then also given the orders kind of like to smash the place up, destroy all evidence, and then leave immediately for just evacuate to another rendezvous point. Although it doesn't specify any rendezvous point or anything like that. But there's no other logs or anything else intact that can be found on it. It's been largely erased and destroyed.
Can I, Onyx would like to tinker with the sensors to see if I can pick up a more, trace something more specific like the Pyramid News Network.
Okay.
Like,
so, yeah, I mean, you guys pick up the feed, no problem, and you trace the feed back to a relay satellite in not too far outside the belt. But it's just some floating isolated relay satellite. It looks like they're piggybacking onto someone else's satellite dish, so I have to, but they're definitely not broadcasting from that thing. I mean, it's literally just a satellite that's just sitting there.
yes,
But you can certainly start trying to, if you want to go ahead and make a check, that would be you can either use cryptography or technology, intelligence, yeah, your choice.
Technology.
Okay.
Plus, because I got a focus plus 2. All right. Okay, oh, man. All right. So I got a 8 and a 1 on the drama die.
Okay. So yeah, you're looking at this, and it's like you get to the satellite, and you know it's that satellite, but that's all you know. They could be bouncing off. These pirate signals they bounce around a lot. So you're gonna have to do a lot of tracing through and such. Abby takes a shot at it and manages to start kind of getting a lead on it, trying to figure out what protocols they're using and which ones they're bypassing. But it looks like it's going to take it might take you guys a few days to decode all this stuff and try to jump through it all because of the overhead and the delay on signal bouncing too. In your time on the Sinclair as well, Jackrabbit, you've learned something about the ship. One, you like it. There's that. You do like the ship. It's a lot of fun. It's big, and it's actually really fucking fast. You're pretty sure you could turn yourself and everybody in here, everybody on board, into applesauce if you hit the throttle opened up completely.
But we should do that, yeah? We could see what happened to our inside.
Not this time. Not yet.
Okay.
But the one thing you have learned about the ship while being on it is that it is high maintenance. That extensive amount
Because all the good Baratnas, they need a little extra.
Take it easy on the ship. I gotta keep fixing it. It's really sensitive.
Yeah, it definitely it will consume fuel rapidly.
Yeah.
The drive is not as efficient as it probably should be, but you can definitely crank this thing if you want to. In addition, because of the modifications to it, the superstructure is not meant to take that many Gs. So you can also, if you were to really open it up, you guys would turn to applesauce, and then shortly after, the ship would rip itself apart.
Is there anything that can be done? So, she's a speed junkie, right? Like, slingshot her. She would be like, but I don't think she's ever flown in something that could go this fast. No. So this idea of like your insides getting, liquefied because you're going too fast. Like, I imagine she'd be like doing sit-ups as if that's gonna do something. She's like, I'm working on my ability to go faster. But is there anything that can be done? Like, so you said it's like.
You kind of think about it, and one thing that could be done is you could upgrade the juice in the ship. The juice is they have a basic version of the juice in here, but it's not like military grade. There's that. You would have to overhaul the major elements of it. That is to like reduce the amount of maintenance it would need. This ship would need a multi-month overhaul. And it would be extremely expensive. You guys could probably buy a new ship for how much it would cost to overhaul this ship.
Dang.
Wow.
I imagine at like one of these moments, Jackrabbit, who's always kind of bouncing, she would find like Myrtle in her quarters, and she would say, "So, Myrtle, you know how I always making you buy like beers for everyone and everything, and like food and stuff at the bars?
Yeah.
What if I like stop doing that, and instead you just get us some good ass like juice next time we go somewhere we can buy it, like at Mars?"
Yeah, that sounds great.
Oh yeah, and then we can go faster and we can see what happens to our bodies, right?
Well, maybe a little faster, not really all that faster.
Okay, yeah.
We'll take it slow. We'll see how it goes. How's that?
That sounds good. Hey, John,
We'll
can
take
I
it slow, and I'll still buy you beers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that.
You like that?
Yeah,
All right.
And maybe I won't make you buy them for every stranger that we meet at the bar, but I like that you buy them for me and I just stay your friend.
Yeah, well, it's good. We like to make friends, so you never know who might be a future friend. So it's okay. I don't mind if you want me to buy drinks for other people. And there's.
Oh, you don't mind? Okay, yeah.
I don't mind. There's some hard-working belters out here. We wouldn't be able to do it without you. And I'm saying that as an Earther. We wouldn't be able to do it without you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you had her at like beer, so it's like you're saying all this other stuff, and she's just thinking
like,
about.
Oh yeah.
Beer.
Earthers talk a lot. Whatever.
Do you, by chance, in any of those times you were like drinking with people or meeting people, you think that you know anyone who can get us a better deal on the juice?
It's possible. I could definitely check around.
It'd be good if we could get lots of it, because I feel like we're gonna be going fast.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'll talk to Samile. She'll probably have some better belcher contacts than I would. And I also wouldn't want to kind of show up like with my Earther contacts for them to wonder what we're doing. So I think I'm going to work with my wife, and we'll see what we get.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also, so it's not as a matter of having like better juice in the tanks, it's also a matter of having better injection systems. So you have to kind of overhaul some elements of the chairs to get the several dozen needles that inject into your skull and your spine better quality. So.
Until we can upgrade that, is there a way to put like a safety lock where she can't push it that far?
That's an Onyx problem.
Hey,
yes.
Onyx.
Put it on the list.
Why you keep looking over my shoulder
I-
like that? Don't be a backseat driver, hey?
I got like all these notes on my door about stuff that people
Yeah.
want to see done to the ship.
The to-do
Like-
list just keeps on getting longer and
Yeah.
longer. Oh,
I'm gonna spend some time, checking out what kind of, our weapons system.
okay.
And it's been a while since I was in the Navy, and it's not like I got to do much combat kind of stuff. So I'd like to spend some time getting to know the systems, talking to Jackrabbit, about what she knows about, so we work together well as as pilot and gunner, because we have to work together to be able to do that. So, and get some feedback from Onyx and from Wyatt also to make sure that we're kind of all on the same page about how the weapon's going to work, who's going to do them, and keeping an eye on everything so we don't get stuck in a situation where everybody goes, "Oh my God!" It's just that we know exactly what we're going to do.
Yeah.
You,
Kind of work on getting in a rhythm and a pattern and stuff.
Yeah, so the flight deck has there's the flight deck which has 2 seats in it. So you have a pilot and a co-pilot. Then below that there's essentially the major stations like comms and tech and all that stuff. And there's four crash couches there as well. So it's kind of whoever you want to put where on it you can. That said though, the pilot can the ship can run on a very minimum crew. It has that advanced AI system, so you can give it verbal orders to some degree, but it may not do it very well. But it'll try its best. But from my understanding, I think we're going to have Jackrabbit in the pilot seat for sure. And then who are we putting on weapons?
I'll take some weapons.
Okay.
But I don't know if Wyatt, if you want to take the top seat up there too, so that way you'll see more tactically what we're up against, and then you could just feed it to us.
Yeah, there's like
That
there's like an ops screen that pulls in all the information, not battle information necessarily, but like any kind of information around the area, and you can streamline that to the different crew if you want to.
Right.
And what are you guys gonna put Onyx down at the bottom of the ship?
Yeah, somewhere by the sensors or the.
You can run the sensors from engineering.
Okay.
Like you don't have to be. The only thing you have to be like you can pilot the ship from any one of the ships. Just in the pilot, you're gonna have a better chance of better access controls and such too. But when you're doing hygiene maneuvers, you want to be in a crash couch, so you have access to the juice, and also make sure you don't go flying through the side of the ship.
Yeah, I got to be the one that runs up and strap myself in time.
All right. So you guys get through the first day out from Himalaya, and pretty much since you guys have left, none of you have seen Abby. All you know is that Abby's locked herself in her room, and she seems to be obsessed with trying to find Pyramid News Network. All right.
She's probably really sad right now, and
Yeah. While you guys are flying around, the next day around, kind of trying to just kind of buzzing around the Jovian system, unless you guys want to start making your way towards Mars. Anyone else? Did anyone else want to take a shot trying to has anyone else got technology or a hacker? Who's got improvisation?
I do.
Jackrabbit.
Okay, do you two want to try? Besides, Honest already tried his, but do you two want to try technology check?
Yeah, sure.
All right, give me a tech check. See if you can find anything And you're trying to you're not trying to hard brute force it through the protocols. You're trying to think a little more socially about it.
All right. Is
So
that
it goes- Yeah, do we add our intelligence?
Yeah, you add your intelligence.
So I got doubles. I got 10, 11, 12, 13, 15.
15. What you got on the drama die?
5.
5. Very nice.
What'd you get, Myrtle?
I got let's see, 12
12?
and a 5 on the drama die.
Okay. So Myrtle, you start poking around, thinking about who they might be able to. You're doing it from not so much like a brute force tracing algorithm, but you're trying to think in terms of like the corporations and who would have access to what.
Right.
You don't really find anything on that, but Jackrabbit, when you start thinking about pirate networks, and you remember this one satellite that they were pirating the slingshot races through, and you go and you kind of just slip a note to Abby saying, "Hey, there's this one out here. Check this one," and she gets back to you and tells you that's one of the ones they're using. You gave her a really, really good tip.
One of the paths, you mean?
Yeah, so they're somehow bouncing the signal around these different relay satellites, And
Okay.
you thought about maybe like they might be using this one satellite that you remember pirating slingshot races off of. Or
Cool.
that you
Hey,
heard about.
with my 5 on the drama die and the doubles, can I use my investigation stunt breakthrough?
Sure, what's that one do?
It says you gain not only information but some form of incontrovertible proof. Reduce the total number of leads on the path by 1, jumping to a further point in the investigation immediately.
Okay, so you do find out one big information based on that one satellite. The signal is originating from somewhere in the Jovian system. It's not coming from the belt.
So yeah, I would say to Abby, when I told you we'd find who killed Claire, we will get you something good. This is a good start, right, Abby?
Yeah, she kind of like, you get kind of like a very like one word answers back from her. She seems like very dedicated to this task.
And just for the flavor, what I like about the improvisation is I imagine Myrtle doing something and then Jackrabbit just being like, back home when it doesn't work like we want it to, we just bang on it sometimes and that does it, and it just hit the things at the right kind of way that it shook some, yeah, like that one there, that blinking.
Like that.
Very nice. All right. So the next day kind of rolls around. You guys are still flying around, so you know that you're not going to leave the Jovian system at the least. So that helps narrow it down. It means you guys don't have to go too far from home, and or from where you guys are currently, and but there's still a lot going on in the Jovian system. There's a lot of satellites. There's a lot of moons of Jupiter. There's some stations. There's a small ring around Jupiter, stuff like that. So that does kind of get you a little bit some worries in terms of like it's still a big area to cover, but at least it's not like the belt, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. I mean, it's at least a system. All right. The next day kind of rolls around, and Abby's still hacking at it, and gets a pretty good shot at this one. She seems like she's getting narrowed up to it, isolating it to some of the moons. Has it down like maybe like 4 or 5 moons of Jupiter, but is helping out with that. What else do you guys want to do on the ship, checking it and such?
Do we have enough fuel for as long as we're going to be out here?
Yeah, you guys got enough fuel. The ship was actually pretty well fueled up when it got to Prometheus. It had come from Ceres. So the ship, it wasn't, I mean, it's not like a short trip, but you guys have enough fuel to like, I mean, easily get to Mars and probably go to Mars and back if you really wanted to.
Okay.
So you're not hurting on fuel pellets and stuff like that too, but you're gonna have to refuel eventually, but not any.
We're good for a while.
Soon, yeah.
Is there anything you need help with, Onyx? Anything I can help fix?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Just like pointing everywhere, running around, trying to prepare.
I'll just go one of those directions and start doing
Make
what
sure
I can.
the guns will work properly.
Yeah, the ship seems to always have something that can be tightened and worked on to maintain. You guys could definitely make the trip without like maintenance, but you're gonna have to stop and do a lot more work when you get there. Other thing to discover about the ship is it has a double hull, so like it looks like it's built to like go through some roughage if need be. Stuff like that too. But you guys are currently in a orbital pattern around Jupiter, just waiting for the signal to get locked up. Does anyone else want to take a shot at the hacking? Do you think trace it back?
Is there anything I can do with tactics?
Try Myrtle, and then if it doesn't work, you just bang on it like a.
Yeah.
As far as tactics go, not really. I mean, you know that like balancing the signal around is a good tactic to keep your position hidden. It definitely makes it take longer to find something. You guys have noticed too, like once again, Diana's just been sitting in the galley, going between her room and the galley to basically like watch like news feeds, Pyramid News Network especially. Wyatt, on occasion you have like, you're pretty sure she's like putting like somehow you think she might be like sending messages out to somebody.
Is there any way we could track that in the ship?
You could certainly start looking through the communications buffer and stuff if you want to.
Yeah, I'll start doing that.
So you go and make a intelligent technology test. figure out what her stuff is. Not
5.
good.
No.
So
Bad.
you're kind of sitting there and playing around with it, and like you check the comms buffer. She might just be composing them on her own data pad and not sending them, but you don't see any evidence of like messages in or messages out from her.
Okay.
And you don't see her like talking or anything like that, so she's not sending verbal messages. She just might be typing something or might be just taking notes for herself too. Did Myrtle and Jackrabbit, do you guys want to try your intelligence tech test to see if you can trace out the signal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
9, 12.
Okay.
11.
11. Okay. You guys kind of start like at this point it's starting to get kind of hard, difficult. You guys aren't able to contribute to the progress.
Sometimes
Onyx.
the banging, it doesn't work like it sometimes does. It doesn't like it too much.
Yeah.
Maybe if you could go out and hit the satellite, it might work.
Yeah.
I try that next time if Onyx can kick
All
it
right.
in.
Onyx, give me a shot here.
All right. Okay, so +2 and intelligence, so +4. All right, 8, 10, 11, and a 4 on the drama die.
Okay.
Also, you know what? I'll burn some fortune to make it into to make it a success. So I'm gonna add like 3, or I'll
Okay,
add
so
4.
what's your total you're gonna get on that?
Okay, so 6, 10, 15.
You're gonna
And a
get 15. Okay. What do you have on the drama die?
4.
4. Okay. So you go ahead and you start kind of like taking a look at at the satellites that you're looking. You pull up schematics for them, and you can see that like there's like a firmware on them update that was done not too long ago, a little out of date. But you remember kind of an exploit on those, and you managed to cut through. It looks like it gives you and Abby end up you're kind of typing to each other. She doesn't seem to want to talk to anybody, but she pulls up an address for the Pyramid News Network on Callisto, which is the second biggest moon of Jupiter. Now, Wyatt, or do you want to share this information with the crew, Onyx?
Yeah, just the crew, not Diane.
Okay. So you send everybody a message real quick. That there's this location on Callisto, and it's like an address. It doesn't really make any sense to you. Like you don't really know, like where. I mean, you don't know. You've never been to Callisto. You don't know like what's where. But it gives you like a building address, something like that. Wyatt, you kind of like when he told you that they're on Callisto. This kind of combination is interesting, scary, and alluring all at the same time. Callisto is the MCR's largest shipyard. It's the only place in the entire system that can build Doniger class.
Okay.
And it is definitely controlled by Mars. So a lot of Martian security and stuff like that too. But you've been there and you've used it for shore leave. If you're on patrol, people kind of go by there, and there's only one city on Callisto called Port Hampton, and that's where this address lines up to. Somewhere in Port Hampton, you don't know where, but Port Hampton is a big place. It doesn't just have these shipyards, but it also has there are private corporations there as well operating. They're mostly there to like sell ore and stuff like that to the Martians to build ships. But there's also a very lively, we'll say nightlife place. Whether it's gambling, entertainment, prostitution, drinking, any of that stuff is all readily available. And you have known at least, you've known a few fellow Mickeys that have burned through a month's salary there in a day.
I'll relay all of that to everybody. Tell them what's there, what it's like.
I would think Myrtle would know about Callisto pretty well, being in the military. The two Belters, you just knew it was a place where people were just like selling ore. If you needed to sell ore and you weren't sure where to take it, Callisto was a good default.
Right. You're right.
Yeah, you could sell anything here.
I don't think it's a bad idea to. It's better than floating around here doing nothing. We might as well go check it out.
That's true.
But before that, you find that there's like a single satellite dish that is the last location, and this satellite looks like a bigger satellite. It might even be a manned satellite. So if there's someone beaming up from Callisto, they're beaming up into this satellite first. And it's definitely on the way to Callisto.
Do we know who owns the satellite? Can we find that out?
Yeah, sure. Let me get a yeah, pick a skill that you'd want to use for that.
Searching?
Which one?
I do searching, perception searching.
Searching is more like you're actively looking. This would be like a research skill, or something like that. You could do technology. You could do current affairs. Even you could do stuff like that.
Hey Myrtle, you think you could figure this one out?
Yeah, I'll take a stab at it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me like a current affairs or technology test, your choice.
Current affairs. 17.
Yeah, not a problem. You kind of look at it and you realize like it's a old like it's an older satellite, one of these ones they used to keep manned before they had better AI systems. It's a little dated, but it's not like it doesn't have defenses, doesn't have anything like that. Based on what you're like what you know about these kind of satellites and looking at the specs of it. But I mean, and when I say like manned, I mean like there's like one person could be living on it potentially. But it's probably been updated to be more automated than that. But it's an older satellite. As far as who owns it, you're looking over the registry. It looks like it's traded hands quite a few times, like over the last essentially like 50 years. But the current owner looks like some like Earther corporation. You're guessing it's probably using it as a write-off or something.
I
Do I
say we go
recognize
there.
the corp?
What's that?
Do I recognize the Earther corp?
You look at it and no, you don't. I mean, there's some minor company. You pull some information on their stock trades and everything like that, and they're just, I mean, they're nobody. It was a satellite that was built by the Tycho Corporation initially, but then it's become out of favor. It's an older piece. No one really uses it much anymore. The corporation that owns it, we'll call them Finality, Maximum Finality Incorporated. There's your name.
You know,
That doesn't sound like a company that will do really great things.
Yeah, I mean, you're not even like you look at the information for the company and like
I'm like,
you can't find any press releases and like it looks like they might just be defunct even.
Might as well go check that out first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
could do
think-
that. We might not find something, but heck, you never know what you'll find.
All right, so you guys put that into the computer to plot it up. Real quick, Jackrabbit, give me a intelligence sensor, like an intelligence technology test. I'm going to have you do some sensors real quick, just in that general area. 17, very
Nice.
nice. You go up and you pull up the ship's sensors package to that area. It's a few thousand clicks out still, but you go up and take a look out there, and right when you're looking on there, you notice that there is between you and it, there is you're getting the Epstein drive signature going not too far from that satellite right now.
Don't want to rain on any satellite parade here. I don't know why we're looking at this satellite, but there are other people here looking too. I think there's a drive signature, like somebody came by recently. Does it say? Do I know? Like, is it something where you can tell they were like just there? Or is it
No,
like?
I mean they're like on their way. Like
they're on
you're
their way.
plotting. You're seeing there's a ship on course, not too far out from that satellite. Like they're gonna get, they like almost no matter how fast you they would get there before you guys.
Okay. Yeah, they head in there too. We maybe need to be careful.
As far as give me like an intelligence. I don't know. Like I don't. Give me some sort of. Just give me an intelligence test. I don't think you have the focus for it. But just give me an intelligence test, Jackrabbit.
Well, that was really bad. 4, 5,
4.
6.
6. The only thing you know is that based on the drive signature, the ship is smaller than yours.
Okay. Yeah, they look like they're really small, so they probably get here faster than us. Do we want to like make ourselves not so known, being out here in the middle of nowhere, and let them go by first? Do we want to try to get there before them? I can go faster. We can try out the juice.
I don't think we should go announcing our arrival before we get there. Maybe take our time.
Maybe we can
Don't go
follow
slow.
them. Maybe we'll be able to follow them all. All right,
Yeah.
and hook up a sensor or somehow just track to their ship where they leave. And
All right, go ahead and Onyx, give me a technology test real quick
oh boy,
for sensors.
what for? All right. Oh, hey, here we go. Okay, 10, 16, and a 6 on the dromedary, and I got 2 3s.
Very nice. So yeah, so you go up and you pull up the sensor thing information, and the ship you don't know this ship, but you know the type. It's some like little small rock hopper. This is not like a combat ship. It is not a new ship. It's your standard. It looks like something you've had some friends serve on, based on the drive signature and stuff like that too. It's nowhere. It's nothing that's gonna be able to match this ship you're on, like in terms of combat or even for speed. But it's a really like a very small class rock hopper.
Oh, hold on, everybody. This doesn't look like a ship that will maybe cause us too much of a threat. It's a rock hopper, the little ship.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe just more Belta loaders. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean the ship's about half the size of this current one. Oh.
But it still will get there before us.
Yeah, it's already on the way there. You as
We
you guys
can
are kind of
catch up
talking
though.
around.
We can go fast. We catch them.
She's got a point.
How fast do you want to go?
How fast you guys can handle?
Well, it's more about you because you're the belter.
She doesn't think like that. She'll learn. But no.
A 1G burn is like acceptable for you guys. Like everybody can handle that pretty well. Past 1G, it starts becoming kind of tricky.
You want to see even just a little? We can open it up, or we just get there later. What do you all think?
I don't want to see you guys turn to jelly. That's
Bong, we're screwed if we go faster. Onyx is like,
well, I think that we could go a little faster as long as we're not causing harm to each other.
All right, how fast do you want to push the ship? Like how many G's do you want to push it?
I think we're talking the 1G. I think we're
1G
talking
1G is
the
easy.
1G. I mean, 1G is what we're normally. What are we
Normally
normally
you're doing
traveling? Are we
0.3 Gs.
traveling 1G?
Normally, a standard traveler is
Okay.
0.3 Gs, where like a 1G would be is for most belters pretty fast, what they can handle without too much issue. After that, it starts getting dangerous for them. The Earthers could handle like 4 Gs without much issue, or we start having issues at 4 Gs. Excuse me, where you might start turning to putty.
yeah, we're gonna become Belta burrito filler.
Yeah.
So what you all think?
I think
How good it's a matter of how good is your Constitution stamina skill.
No, I'm just asking the in character. Just is it? Are we trying to get there fast? You think, or is it like maybe we don't need to get there too fast so we can see what they're doing first?
Yeah,
I mean, are we really worried about this little guy?
but maybe they're the pirates. Maybe they're the part of the pyramid news folk.
So
We follow that.
while you guys are kind of talking, Diana comes out of the her room and sees you guys talking. Said, "Did we change course?"
No.
Don't worry about it, Diana. Go back and watch your news.
Make a deception check, both of you,
What is deception under?
under communications.
Eight.
8.
15.
What'd you get, Jackrabbit? What'd you get, Jackrabbit? 16?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, like she kind of looks at like Wyatt a little more, but then like looks to Jackrabbit, who's the pilot, and seems to trust Jackrabbit a little bit more, and says, "Well, I'm hoping we can. I'm trying to figure out myself like where these guys are. I'm hoping to do it sooner or later. All right." She goes back to her news feed.
she walks away, I'm just gonna be like, I don't trust her.
When are we gonna get rid of her?
Maybe she can catch a ride on that rock hopper back to Maz.
All right. So Jackrabbit, give me a G speed. How fast do you want to go? You want to try 2 Gs? Let's try 2 Gs.
Yeah.
Is everybody all right with that? She looking. For the okay. Okay, no problem. You say something now, or I just go.
Okay.
And then she just goes.
All right. I need everybody to make a Constitution stamina check. Real quick, the Martian gets a -1, the Belters get a -2.
Well, I feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Okay.
Oh, not bad. Okay.
What'd you get?
I got a 14 -2, so 12,
Okay.
and a 4 on the drama die.
It's passive. Drama doesn't matter, but what'd you get, Myrtle?
12.
Well, not a problem. Jackrabbit?
9.
9. And then what'd you get, Wyatt?
I got a 6.
6. Okay.
Oh.
So you guys start going, and Jackrabbit and
Imagine it's the first time this juice has ever plugged into her body. Like she's heard about it, she's thought about it. She'd be like, "This will be no problem." Oh.
That's pretty funny. So you guys start. You open the throttle a little bit, Jackrabbit, and start going. What occurs is that you stay conscious. The juice keeps you conscious. Wyatt, you kind of hold it together too, but the amount of like pressure it's putting on you is exhausting to your body. And as such, you guys will take levels of I think it's exhaustion in this game, which we'll figure out here in a second. I'll give you guys what that does, but I think it's okay. Yeah, you guys are both fatigued. Essentially, you're both fatigued. Essentially, you can't charge or run. You're like out of breath. You both of you feel the empty parts of your body, like the hollow parts. So like your stomach and your lungs don't quite have the capacity they did, say, I don't know, an hour ago. But you do manage to get within about you're within about like 4,000 kilometers of the of this ship when you get when you guys let off the stuff here. What do you want to do? And also, you guys have gotten a better transponder signal too. What's
I
up?
think I left my lungs back there. Maybe we need to go back.
Yeah, Jackrabbit, you're not looking so good.
Like
You too, Wyatt.
Little bile, little blood.
Let's
What do we
go a little
cut
slower
there?
next time.
Yeah, boss man. What's the
What a
plan,
warning.
boss man?
Well, maybe it just help us get used to it. So now that they're in range, what we do now?
So yeah, you guys are all your torpedoes are definitely in range. That's not an issue at all. As you kind of approach it though, you can pop up the transponder signal, and the ship it's not like running like some cloaked thing or anything like that. It's a very standard transponder signal. It comes back with the name Rockhound.
Rockhound.
Yeah.
That
And
sounds like-
you're someone who wants to run the sensors on the ship, like who wants to try to like scan their ship.
I'll go ahead and try it.
Okay, technology check, Donna or Myrtle.
Intelligence, right? 12.
Well, yeah, it comes up pretty quick in the registry. It's a small. It comes up with some, as far as like the gear the ship has. It's not. It has a lot of armor plating on it, but and it has the only weapons it has on are PDC, so there's no torpedo tubes. But it makes sense for like a like a ship that's like doing like mining to have that stuff on there, because they get kind of close to asteroids and debris and crap. You're based on your knowledge of being in the Navy and stuff like that too. You guys can annihilate the ship at a whim.
I don't even know if that's a belter size. It's just.
It is now.
It is now.
It is now. We'll just crush you like that. I know you probably don't have gnats here, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could just, send a message.
Yeah, you could open up talk to them. But you can see that they definitely are currently docked with the satellite. So perhaps firing a torpedo on them might not be the best idea.
I don't think we should. They
have to come with us.
Can we? Is there only one dock on this? Where they're docked?
It's a satellite. It's not very big. Yeah, it's like a one-man satellite, like interior to do maintenance and small living quarter, basically.
And we could probably get close, maybe.
Yeah.
Put on some suits and head over.
I mean, you guys are way out. You could try talking to him first or hail him down, but I mean, you guys all want him to try to go in close to it, see what happens.
I think maybe we should. Yeah, let's try to hail him, eh? Okay.
I'm all for it. Jackrabbit, you want to hail him?
Oh, shit.
You want me to talk to them? Okay, yeah, no problem. And she clicks on the.
You click on the thing. You pop it up. What's your opening message, Jackrabbit? What do you say to him?
We learned the name of it was Rockhound,
yeah,
right?
Rockhound, yeah.
Oh, hey, Rockhound, you find the good stuff here? Lots of ore? She just lays it like, I imagine she's laying on the Belter lingo, like super thick, right? Like the idea is a little bit more like, hey, we're all of the same, even though our ship does not look anything like it's a rock hauler, but she's just trying to give it that kind of like Belter to Belter. This the Sinclair. We just coming by. We saw you go through. Thought we say hi.
You get a second, and a response comes back, and it says, "This is Captain Elsa of the Rockhound. What is your business, Sinclair? What can we help you with?"
Oh, hang on, it's breaking up a little bit. What is our business? What do I tell them?
I mean, you're doing good so far.
Oh, just keep going. Okay.
Just keep going, yeah.
You can do this.
Okay,
Wait till
go ahead. Sorry.
Wait till they slip up and give you something that we want. Just keep them talking.
Okay, so she's gonna go, oh yeah, last time I came through here, people were getting some trouble. Want to make sure you're okay. Be careful down there. Do you see anything weird?
Nothing weird. We're just on a small contract. We're going to be done and out of this area in the next within an hour.
Or did Maximum Finality contract you too?
They unfamiliar with company. We're on a contract with the owners of the ship, Gray Savannah Extractions.
Oh, Gray Savannah Extractions. Oh yeah, you like them? They kind of assholes, yeah?
Make a deception check.
Yeah.
How far are we if I wanted to check the captain's name on the through
you could throw it in. You guys are in the system.
Yeah, I want to do that.
All right.
17.
Okay. Wyatt, you kind of run the name of the captain and the name of the ship through it, and you run this corp, and it all lines up. The ship is owned by Gray Savannah Extractions, which is an Earth Corp, and they largely do. The Rockhound is registered as a mining scout. This actually doesn't do the mining. It goes into fresh asteroids and checks does surveillance on them and everything like that to see if they're worth mining. So them doing satellite maintenance is kind of weird to you. But at the same time, you could also see someone saying, "Go do some maintenance on a satellite that's having problems real quick," or whatever it is.
I'll kind of relay that to Jackrabbit.
Okay. Yeah, Jackrabbit. They say they pay well. Is there something we can help you with, Sinclair?
Oh yeah, and then.
Who am I talking to? Is it the captain of the Sinclair?
Oh yeah, this is captain of the Sinclair. My name is Lion.
Okay, make a deception test.
She really likes lying. These are the best rolls I've ever had in this entire game. 18.
18. Okay. They say, well, Captain Lion, we're like I said, we're on a private contract here. Do some quick maintenance, and we'll be on our way.
Okay, yeah, you take care, and let us know if you want to have some drinks later. we really like drinking here, and we like making friends with other people. And she just like, you see her eyes like looking around at like Wyatt, like you said to keep them talking, and now she's just like kind of mindlessly.
You're pretty positive, Wyatt, that like the rock count has turned off the comms because like they're tired of hearing this babbling coming from your your captain.
I think we should just go park our ship right behind theirs where they can't go nowhere.
Oh yeah.
How long is it going to take us to get there from where we're at?
Not very long. It's only a few thousand. They're not moving really from where you guys want to go, and like it's a satellite in orbit around Jupiter.
And they're going to be there at least an hour.
They said they got another hour of work. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just block them in. And
Yeah. Are we
Go
able to
on.
like jam anything on their ship?
Do you want
Maybe.
to try to jam anything on their ship?
Yeah, to make it like start up slow, or have maybe they
Yeah,
have.
it's more like you could jam their communications.
Okay.
Like you could make it so they can only talk to you or type beam to you. They wouldn't be able to like
Yeah.
I don't think
do an
that's a bad
outer
idea.
broadcast.
I don't think it's a
Yeah.
bad idea.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
let's
I'll go ahead
obviously-
and type beam.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead, Onyx.
No. Yeah. I'm gonna just hack it where they can only
So
communicate.
you start swarming their ship with lidar. Like basically, you start having your ship beam crap into their beams, so like they can't get anything out, and they start throwing chaff in the area. They go ahead and give me a technology check with that.
Before. Oh god. Okay. So 6, 10, 12, and I'm gonna add 3 more of fortune on that,
Man,
just for fun.
churn is going up. 25 now. All right. What did you get total?
15.
15. Okay. You get so the open broadcast that you were having earlier with them, Jackrabbit, they come in back on another channel. This time it's coming in through a tight beam from their ship to your ship, and it says, Captain Lion of the Sinclair, we saw you've launched chaff and lidar scrambling on our systems. Please cease, or we will be forced to report this to the local MCRN, the next MCRN outpost we get in contact with.
I want to like look at our group and not respond yet, and just say, what are we trying to do with them? Hey, are we trying to make them scared? We could do that more. That'd be fun.
I don't really,
Tell them it was a mistake.
yeah, we just tell them it's a mistake. We're new to this whole flying ship thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you tell them that, but we just want to keep them there until we can like. I physically want to talk to this person and see what they're doing.
But
And you
yeah,
can talk to them over the comm. You can pull up a video thing if you want to, but
she's just gonna like answer back, and she's gonna say, "Oh yeah, I'm so sorry about that. We hired this new guy on tech. He's some inner. He think he like big shot stuff, but really his daddy just make a bunch of money. I told you not to do that shit. Don't practice that shit on other ships." And then we okay, bye.
okay,
She
so
just takes.
you get a response back on the tight beam, and they say, Sinclair, we are a scouting mining ship. We have no cargo of value. We have a crew of only 6. We are here to do a simple maintenance job. Once again, I repeat, we have nothing of value on the ship. Please, please leave us be. Let us continue our work. We don't want any trouble.
I'm gonna turn to Wyatt and I'm gonna say, "Okay, Big Pampa, do you believe that? You think they telling the truth?"
I think they're telling the truth, but I think there's more to the truth. Like, what are they fixing? What are they doing? Are they just trying to keep this TV network tabloid up?
I mean, is there any way we can check that they got like a work order to actually fix it, or the satellite?
Yeah,
actually...
ask them.
No, I mean, but another way to like look it up through, I don't know, records or.
I mean, you'd have to go on the private network of that corporation, which is back on Luna of all places, and it's gonna be an exhaustive. They'll be done with their work by the time you get that all settled. And whatever work they're doing is physical on site. They're docked with the satellite.
I don't think it's worth screwing anything up and then sabotaging.
How close do you guys want to bring the Sinclair into the Rockhound?
I don't know.
Close range is 5 kilometers if you're curious. That's PDC range, but
I don't want to get that close. I don't think.
so you guys stay about like 200 out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way, if they want to get away without us, having fear that we're going to shoot them or something.
Yeah.
Because I have no intention to blow them to smithereens.
Or at least not yet.
Yeah.
Give the word.
You can always keep your finger on the trigger, Myrtle. I guess we can just wait and see what they do. See how long they go, and then we can dock up after them and see what's there.
Or extend Jackrabbit's invitation. Say we want to come aboard and talk because we've been in the space. We've just been doing this job for so long. We want to see another crew and share some.
So one thing about their ship is it's much smaller, and your ship has airlocks on both sides. Theirs only has the one, and they're locked up to the satellite dish. They're not doing EVA. They're not doing spacewalks or anything like that. They're forward up with the satellite directly.
Say, boss man.
You get a call back, Captain Lyre. We're almost done with our job. We're hoping. We really don't want any trouble.
Oh yeah, no trouble, no trouble. Hold on one second. And then I call over to Abby and I say, Abby, is there any way you can get into the cameras that are on the station, anything like that, so we can see inside?
I think it's she takes a shot at it and gives you a no. It seems like she's not even sure if there's surveillance on the satellite.
And then to Myrtle, I say, you talk to people doing business all the time. You think anything about this seems strange? What do you think we do?
I don't know. I don't really know about this kind of stuff, but it does seem a little strange, that they'd just be out here doing this thing.
And she's just gonna look and say, what do we wanna know from these guys? What are we thinking that they doing, you think?
While we're sitting here by this satellite, can we see any of the signal from what's coming out of that satellite right now?
This is a relay satellite, so you're seeing signals coming off from different feeds off of Callisto. You do see the Pyramid News Network signal, which is very strong coming from here. There's some other kind of it's being used for just general people's traffic, people sending messages or kids. It's not a military satellite, so it's not some high-end data encryption. Most of it's just being used for casual browsing and queries to other stations.
Does the network seem to get stronger the longer they're there, their signal?
Make a technology check on that, intelligent technology, for Wyatt there.
I don't have that, but I'll give it a shot. 13.
13. I mean, you're looking at it and it's not any difference. There's no fluctuations of the signals based on what their any kind of differences of the fluctuation of the signal. It's still doing its job. Whatever they're doing, it could be maintenance, it could be something, or you're not sure what.
Is there a way to put a tracker on their ship if we let them leave?
You could get you have their drive signature. You can try to track them for quite a while if you want to.
I say just let them go. I don't think we need to undo. We don't need more problems than we already have.
Yeah, if anything, I say we just inspect the satellite, see what they did, maybe too.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea. You just tell them we're just passing through, and we'll let them go.
Yeah, so we'll just back up a little bit, make it seem less threatening.
Make sure Grandma gets her messages. It's fine.
I gotta get on that Yahoo News. So you guys kind of hold position about 250 kilometers out from the satellite and the Rockhound, and after that hour of time, you see them pull back their small umbilical, very primitive umbilical. Something you can just pierce really quickly. If you threw a rock at it hard enough, you probably pierce it. And you see two crew members come off the satellite, and then they board up, lock up. And you see the ship kind of pivot its way off with a tea kettle off from the satellite and then turn with the Epstein drive. And they go in pretty much the opposite direction you guys are. But you don't see them pull back any weapons. You're watching your sensors. They're not pinging your ship. They're not really tracking you. They're just trying to the only thing they're tracking is where your proximity are to them passively, but they're trying to leave. And they're not trying to be quiet about leaving or anything like that too. They're just burning off.
Okay, cool.
And we're tracking their
drive signature.
Yeah, it's not going to be hard to catch them.
Now, the Rockhound, no problem. Yeah. you'd be able to spot them from a few thousand kilometers out if you're looking for them.
Yeah, I'd say we head to the satellite and take a look at what our friends did.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So, Jackrabbit, do you want to try to pull into the satellite? Do you want to dock or do you want to have them EVA out?
Which you want to do? You want to dock? You want to EVA out?
I say dock in case. Oh man, I don't know. What if they like put explosives on there or something ridiculous like that?
Come on, boss man, you're gonna make a decision.
Let's dock. Let's dock up.
Jackrabbit, give me a piloting test as you're bringing it for docking. This thing doesn't have auto docking capabilities. Your ship does have some capacities on it, but it's a one-way job here. So give me a piloting check on that.
15.
You bring it in no problem. Right at the satellite, click on. You can hear the automated umbilicals go over to it. You guys have a seal on the satellite and are now matching its orbit with a tea kettle and such.
I'm willing to go on. Who all wants to go on?
It's not a very big satellite. Like it's like they had 2 people on here basically.
Yeah.
Well, I think Onyx, you'd be able to figure out anything going on in here, right?
Yeah, I was like looking uncomfortable, like I didn't want to go, but I know I should go and look at it. Okay, yeah, I'll go with the boss man. Just make sure this thing doesn't blow up. I have a bad feeling too.
Maybe you should get Diana to go on first, make sure everything okay. You know, just like make her walk 50 feet ahead in case it go boom.
She doesn't even know we're here, does she?
Well,
No. Let's just let her watch her.
So who's going on?
I'll go with Onyx.
All right, Onyx and Wyatt. Okay. So you guys, do you guys want to put on back suits or do you want to trust that this thing's okay? The guys you did see walking back from the Rockhound were wearing back suits, but that also just could be a safety thing.
Yeah, let's go with back suits.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys spent about an hour getting all back suit up and checking your stuff. You're out in the cargo hold. Everybody kind of gets out of there and make sure it's clear. You go on through into the airlock and onto the satellite. You can see where it opens up into the satellite and stuff like that too. And it's a small area. Like it's like someone could live here, but they'd have to be restocked at a decent amount. Not a lot of movement. It's a little bit smaller than like some people's living spaces, like on Ceres or even Heroes. But yeah, you can see all the computational controls, the adaptations that have been made to it over the last 50 some odd years. It's a pretty ad hoc satellite, but it is functional and operational.
But there's nobody on here.
No, there's nobody on it. I mean, you can see the entire inside of the satellite as soon as you get through the airlock. I mean, it's not very big.
I think we should look for something that looks newer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Give me a search check, Wyatt, as you kind of look around.
You see anything? No, it's like a little eyeball.
while they're
Just
in
11.
there, John, can we be scanning and making sure nothing else is
Yeah,
coming?
sure. You guys have active. Do you want active scanners or passive scanners on?
I would say active.
Okay, so you start picking out, looking for stuff around the area. Okay.
I just rolled
Nothing's
11.
really coming up. It's pretty empty space. Wyatt, what'd you get?
11.
11. Okay, so you start looking around a little bit. You can see the terminal that was there. You're pretty sure it's the terminal they were using. It's got like a setup for like a diagnostic port you could plug a system into. It has a keyboard and all the setup. It's a little antiquated, so it's not like a full-blown touchscreen, but it's a system that's meant to like last a long time.
Is there like a history, like what's been done?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Hold on.
You want to have Onyx take a look?
Yeah. Hey, Onyx,
Right.
you want to look at this, see if you can find out what they've done?
Oh yeah, sure.
Onyx,
Let me take a
you
look.
go up and you bring your data pad. You got a hard line into it, no problem. But you can go ahead and start checking it through your data terminal.
Can I search for like anything that's going to explode while we're here too? While he's doing that?
Okay, give
You
me a
guys- you
search
guys
check
bad luck.
as you check around for explosives, since you guys are now paranoid as all hell.
Yeah. We've been a lot.
16 with a 6 on the drama die.
Okay. You look around, Wyatt, and like, I mean, if they put an explosive on here, it would take the whole damn satellite out. But like, you don't see any explosives. I mean, unless you want to go outside and look, which might be a little more dangerous. So Onyx, you go ahead and plug in, and you start pulling up. Immediately, you can see that there looks like the most recent activity, which based on the timestamps of what you saw from the guys that were here, it looks like they're running extensive diagnostics on this thing.
Oh.
Like, I mean, it looks like standard.
Right.
But give me a technology check to see if you can find any more information about it.
Is he able to find out where the network's being beamed from here? Because if it's come from somewhere into there.
Let's get the diagnostics first. Maybe that has it.
All right. Ooh. Okay. So I got 15 here plus 4, so 19, and I got a 6 on the drama die.
We are way too close to 30.
And in space and not moving. I should also mention, if you read Jackrabbit's piloting talents, they only work if the ship's moving substantially. So, but anyways, so you started looking through and you look at the most recent diagnostic stuff, and whatever diagnostic software that was ran on this thing last time, it is extremely high-end diagnostic software. This is not like the standard rock hopper crap. It looks like a specially made package. It kind of reminds you of like what you think like military-grade diagnostics would look like.
Whoa, Prashant, I go, boss man, take a look at this. And I show him. This is
and why you see there's like a barrage
Delta.
of numbers that make no sense to you, but like you have seen this kind of, usually it's like the eggheads on the ships you were guarding would have this kind of access to this kind of information. But I mean, it is like a full readout. It looks like a full readout of an extremely high-end package of diagnostic software is run on this thing.
I want to act like I understand what's going on, but I have no idea what's going on.
This is something. Yeah, this is something. Is it something that we can like download the information or?
Yeah. So
copy it?
once again, the amount of information on this is extremely high. Like it was a deep diagnostics. It'll take, if you want to try to like, you can either try to analyze it here on the satellite, or you could download the package onto the Sinclair.
Yeah, I'm gonna download it onto the
The
Sinclair.
download's going to take about 6 hours. It's a shit ton of data.
Yeah, maybe I'll. Maybe I'll do a partial download. I'll just let everybody know when we get back.
Okay, so
Just
you,
get off this
so
thing.
you radio back and tell everybody, hey, it's going to 6 hour download. The alternative is you could once again try to only spend a few hours just trying to go through it on the satellite, but it's up to you.
What do you think, boss man? You want me? It's going to take a long, long time sitting here.
I'm gonna kind of look around. Is there anywhere to sit?
You can. There's like an old like kind of bump in there. You could sit on here if you want to. Your vac suit will run out of air before then, though. But you guys can just link up and just have the data come from onto the ship while you guys are on the ship if you want to.
Right.
If we stay
let's
there
do
and
that.
do it, yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna sit back there and let you do it, but I don't really.
You sit on the you sit in your vac suit for about 3-4 hours when the light starts coming on, telling you that it's starting to get low. You could go back to the ship and recharge real quick. It wouldn't be hard. You want to do that?
Okay. Yeah, let's. We can do it from inside our ship. What he's doing now, we don't have to.
Yeah, you guys can just be in the ship while it's downloading now.
Let's just do that. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go back on the ship. Do you guys want to be in your vac suits or not when you get back on the ship?
Oh, I'll. If we're back on the ship, I'll start taking it off. And
All right, so you take it off, and you just let the download go. And it takes 6 hours of this thing to download. It is a ton of diagnostic information.
You have to
going
stay
back
docked?
and the logs go back almost 30 years.
Do you have to stay docked while we're downloading?
For it to take 6 hours, yes. If you undock, it'll take longer.
Okay.
We just tell them we're doing maintenance if anybody comes.
Yeah, because we Captain Elsa and we from the Grey Savannah extract.
Mm-hmm.
that works.
All right. The hours. So as you guys are doing this, Diana comes out and is like, who are we? Like, what are we waiting around for? Like, we docked with something? Like, she could tell it. Like, what? She's talking to Myrtle actually. Like, we're docked. Like, why are we docked? Like, where are we?
Well, we've just got this little satellite thing that we're getting some information, especially because you've been, looking for information. We're all kind of looking for some information before we hit Mars,
Yeah, she's like, I was checking the signal, and the Pyramid News Network signal is like absolute nothing. Are we on one of those satellites?
We are. We're trying to see what's going on.
Like,
Gotta maybe fix it if there's something wrong.
Where do you know where it's where they're beaming out of? Have you figured that one out yet?
No, don't know yet. So
Maybe
that's
the
what
second
we're.
check.
That's what. Yeah, it's like we don't know yet. We just, we're working on that right now. So don't worry about it. We'll be fine, and we'll let you know as soon as we know something.
As those at home can tell, Donna works in customer service.
All my life, my friend.
Give me a deception check.
All right.
Let's see if she's a satisfied customer.
15, 16.
16. Okay. So you kind of tell her out, and she kind of like, she seems placated and kind of goes off, sits back and starts watching the feed, and she's on her data pad and just kind of checking stuff out, and the like.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll take care of you. Everything's fine. We're so good here. We're gonna make sure everything is working, and then we'll be on our way.
Do we have to wait for the
about
diagnostic?
5 hours into the data transfer, Jackrabbit, you get a pretty. I mean, you've picked up a few ships in the system, but nothing like within like 5,000 kilometers. You get a signal about of a ship that starts kind of making its way towards you, about 3,000 kilometers out.
Hey, you think that we can just call 5 hours of data good enough and get out of here?
And
We think
of interest, Jackrabbit, the ship, its transponder reads MCRN Coronet.
You recognize this, Wyatt?
Do I recognize that ship?
You know it's a standard MCRN patrol frigate. It's about the size of your guys' ship, but it has better systems. It's an older ship, but it's a warship. It's still a warship.
We definitely don't want to piss these guys off.
Do we chance it by
Imagine she's
telling
already. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Onyx.
Oh, no,
You
do we
get
chance it?
a signal. You're getting hailed by the coronet. Who wants to pick up?
I'm gonna like look. I'll be like, hey, I did it last time. Go again. I have to talk, but she's already undocking.
This sounds like a Wyatt thing.
Yeah, I'll pick it up and
Yeah.
You pick it up, and you get a thing saying, Sinclair, this is the MCRN Coronet on patrol of the Jovian system. Please, what is your business out here?
we were just looking for a place to dock for a few hours to heal up some of our wounded. Fatigue, not really wounded.
Yeah, you guys lost the fatigue after the hours. It wasn't that bad to like deal with.
What? We'll not
you wouldn't want to go for a jog afterwards, basically. What
Yeah.
saying. They say, and they're not locking on your ship. They don't have their weapons open or anything like that too. They're just like, they say, we've received reports of of potential piracy out in this area, from one Captain Elsa of the Rockhound. Might you have been privy to that?
We haven't. Can I use my relationship as an MCRN to?
Yeah. So
Let
what
them,
that'll do is you will get a +1 on any check you make against them or with them in terms of communication or however you deal with them. Yeah.
I'll just be like, hey, we haven't seen anything. We came across the rock hopper. If they thought we were pirates or something, it wasn't our intention.
Jack, as you're sitting there, you can see they've done a full scan of your ship, a whole hull analysis and everything too. They know that you're armed. They know what the ship has capability wise. They say they come back and say, and do you identify yourself, Wyatt?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to him.
Are you gonna say that you're Captain Wyatt or some shit, or what are you gonna sell him?
Yeah, I'll just say Captain Wyatt.
Captain Wyatt Thompson. They say, Captain Thompson, we appreciate your candor. The hull of your ship matches one known ship known as the Princess Sella, and we have a 99.95% match to it. We would like to board your ship for further inspection.
I'm gonna mute it for a second and turn to everybody and be like, "We're gonna have to let them. We can't say no. There's no way we can beat them.
We can't say no, and we can just fly and try to lose them."
Yeah, they're going.
Real quick, Wyatt. So you look at the ship, and you're a ship like that. You figure there's a crew between 12 to 16 members on it. You know that it has 2 torpedo tubes. It has a point defense network and stuff like that too. The sensor package on it is better than what you guys have. You know that their juice will be much better than yours. They can probably sustain a higher burn longer than before, like your pilot dies. You might be able to outrun them though, based on this ship.
I'm gonna put this up to a vote, guys. we run or we let them board. We got nothing to hide. We got nothing on here that's illegal.
As you're standing there, Diana comes out of her room into the up into the command deck, or where the operations deck where you guys are all hitting, and she goes, "Is there an MCR in patrol out there?"
And when she walks in, Jackrabbit's already saying like, "No, we're not gonna let them board. They take the ship away. This ship is one, and we want to keep this ship. This ship is my new friend. You can't take it from me." Like she's already like,
he's defensive. That's my baby.
Diana has context with the Martians, right?
That's what it seems like. She has something's up with her and the Martians.
I'm gonna tell her that. I'm like, yeah, they want to board.
She says, "Mind if I talk to them?"
Go right ahead.
She says, "Hello, Coronet." She's like, look at the scale. She's like, "This is Diana. I'm just looking. This crew has been giving me a ride back to Mars due to some safety issues. I don't think there's much here on the ship. Honestly, I think we've all been pretty good." And then they come back and they say, "Well, we're not really. This ship was reported in piracy, and the hull matches a potential pirate ship named the Princess Sella that's been in the area over the last decade or so. We're gonna board to inspect and check it." And you guys can see on the sensors, they're starting to close in on you guys. They're probably like maybe now like 2,000 kilometers out. And she says, "That's really not necessary, Coronet. I think that you'd be best to leave us be, and I'm sure there's much bigger threats in the Jovian system than us." And the Coronet says, "Power down your Sinclair, power down your systems and prepare to be boarded. Any other options, you'll be fired upon." And it clicks off. And then she gets back on the comms and says, "Coronet, I think at this juncture it's equiprimordial for us to not have any kind of engagement." And it goes dark, and you hear a long pause off the comms, and she kind of stands there, kind of scratching her neck for a second.
I'm gonna sit there in awkward silence and see if they say anything back.
They come back, and Jackrabbit, you're watching them, right, on the scans and everything. Do you power down the engines?
No, I don't. We haven't voted yet, and she's ready to run.
So as you're sitting there, you notice that like their ship's acceleration has lessened. They're not coming at you quite as fast, and you start to see them teak out a little bit, and you get a comm back saying, "Sorry for the inconvenience, Sinclair. We'll be on our way. Have a good day." And you see them like take off in like another direction.
Wow.
I'm just gonna stare at Diana for a second and be like, "What the hell did you just do?"
She's like, "Just talk to them like they're real people." And
I
she
don't
goes
think
back
that's-
downstairs to her room.
What was that? She said some code stuff. She did some magic. We gotta get out of here. Oh, is it all downloaded, or do we still have?
And the download finishes up shortly after like they take off.
Oh, we're good to go.
Let's just skedaddle out of here, and we'll
pop the cassette tape out. Yeah, it's all copied.
Yeah, the second it has the 100% complete,
Yeah.
like a little too fast.
Yeah. Give me like a intelligence test.
Eight.
Okay. Yeah, you know what the hell that was. That was not standard operating procedure at all. They should have boarded you and inspected the ship. They should have brought over like 5 fully armored Navy boys over here to like take a look at every corner, nook, and cranny on your ship. And
I'm just gonna, as soon as she goes down to her room, I'm gonna follow.
Okay. All right, you follow her. She goes. Are you gonna like prevent the door from closing or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna prevent it from
All
closing.
right. She goes on in and says, "Captain Thompson."
I'd like to know what the hell just happened.
There's it's not I'm sure the MCRN has bigger fish to fry than some shuttle coming from Prometheus to Mars.
Does she have any like tails or like twitches or?
Make a. I'll let you make a perception intuition check.
18.
18. You're kind of putting it together now that you're talking to her one-on-one. You're pretty positive at this point she's like either like she might be some sort of high-end operative for the Martian Congressional Republic, or have some sort of pull, or be on some sort of secret mission. She could be a spy, black ops person, something like that. But you can tell something's up with her in terms that she was able to like do something during that conversation that got them to go away.
I'll look at her and be like, I know there's more to this story. I don't know what it is, but eventually you're gonna have to tell us. And then I'm just gonna shut the door and leave.
Okay. So I was like, well, I'll let you know what I know. And she goes back into her room.
Meanwhile, I'm like asking Onyx and Myrtle, like, did anybody look up any shit on her while we've been flying around in space? I don't know who we carrying here.
I'll say Myrtle tried to. Myrtle, you can make a like a research test. Like it's either technology or some sort of skill you want to use for intelligence or something else.
Perception?
It wouldn't be perception, it'd be intelligence based. Like you're trying to look up information about her.
All right. Ooh. 7, 9.
9. Yeah, you couldn't find anything on her. If she works on Mars, you don't know anything. If she worked out on Prometheus, you don't know anything. You don't even have a last name really, or any kind of organizational association. You tried running facial recognition technology on her, and like none of it came back.
I always picture Onyx like on a ladder, like halfway up from down, you know, just like hanging out. And I go, maybe we just all we gotta go talk to her. We bring her out here and find out exactly who she is. Ask her a lot of questions. Bring her a burrito.
Her last name. You notice she said Diana to them. They knew who she was. That crazy.
Yep.
And what was the one she said? I don't remember, but she said some fancy words.
Okay. So while you guys, so the data gets done downloading, and you guys can key kettle off and kind of take your leave of the relay satellite. Abby's gonna start going through the data here. You guys seem to want to have a talk with Diana. What are you guys sit down the galley?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So she comes on in.
Putting together some dinner, you know.
Yeah,
I'll start like prepping some dinner, kind of like put everybody at ease.
Yeah. Making a burrito, staring at her, all kind of like, he knows something.
So you guys sit down, and she keeps on watching the news network and such.
I'm gonna shut the news network off.
Okay, you click off.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
And then sit directly across.
Yeah. She looks at you as you sit down. She's like,
I think you have some explaining. There's a lot of things you haven't told us. We'd like to know what we've gotten ourselves into.
Well, let me tell you, I do have to commend you all for making the wise choices there. Engaging the Rockhound would have brought down the wrath of the Coronet for sure. So that was smart. Not provoking the Coronet, and you guys seem ready to let them board. That was smart too.
Why are you just saying whether or not we do smart things or not? How about you tell us at least what's your last name?
It's just Diana.
Just Diana. Even I not just Jackrabbit and I famous.
She kind of smirks and laughs a little bit. She says, well, that's fair. Your friend Abby is very motivated to find these people, and I have to tell you, I'm impressed with her skills. She was able to get through the data faster than my team could. And we're now able to make our descent to Callisto with an address of all things, even to find this place quite quickly.
And And I'm just looking at her like, I look to my friend. You notice how every time we ask her a question, she just says something else. It doesn't. I know what that like. There are a lot of belters that do that kind of trick. Maybe you answer something straight, and I look at Myrtle like Myrtle's gonna know like the smart thing to answer that we've been not really knowing what to do.
Look, I am a fixer. I get things done. I orchestrate deals. That is absolute truth. But you see, there are bigger forces at play in the solar system than I'm sure any of you fathom that you're dealing with. And one of them that I'm unfamiliar with has stolen something of great interest, and I am interested in getting it back as soon as possible, as quietly as possible.
We help you. What do we get out of this?
I'll make sure this pirate ship of this pirate ship stays yours and is no longer registered with the MCRN fleets as such.
And we get paid.
Not a problem.
Maybe a few upgrades to the ship for Jack.
Don't push your luck there, Sergeant Thompson.
We could leave you back on the satellite.
You could, but you're never gonna. That won't get you much farther than where you are right now.
We want to know what the stolen item is that we're putting our lives in danger for. You gotta tell us.
Or is this something that's like for the benefit of just Mars?
So you're assuming,
and the belters are going to get messed up again. I mean, come on.
See, this is the issue: is that I'm not sure what it is. I just know that those boxes that were being traded from that were being orchestrated by Mr. Dawes were not standard issue shipping crates. That's usually some sort of biological containment unit, hyper advanced. Those are not standard issue whatsoever. So whatever they're transporting is extraordinarily valuable and of much interest to the security of the solar system.
Like something from Palace?
Palace?
Yeah,
It's some sort of, from what I've gathered information, it's some sort of random sample some ice hauler picked up. I don't know what it is. I just know that it's too dangerous or too worrisome or too unknown to fall into the hands of the OPA, let alone some radical faction like the Free Fools.
And so why are these Martians so interested in this satellite, which may be connected to your news?
Martians, I mean, that was just some basic corporation. They probably got a job. Someone told them to go run some software on this thing, tell me about the satellite, and send it back. But they're on the same track as we are, apparently. And that rock hopper it didn't come from very far. So they knew this was out here some way. They're onto this Pyramid News Network scheme, and I'm very intrigued to know how they know so much about all of this.
So you know who those the Black Ops, the people who broke the deal were?
That is actually of hyper interest to me. I know that their gear was advanced, well beyond standard issue Martian tech, but definitely it wasn't power armor or anything like that too. There was something they can move easily and make readily.
Oh, I mean, we're not working on something like that. I mean, that I know of. I mean, it's been a while since I've been in the military, but from what I've heard, that's not the kind of thing that we've been working on.
No, it's something from my best suspicion. It's something from out in either the Saturnian system or might even be out from one of the colonies on Neptune.
Really?
And you guys know there's one colony on Neptune. It's only about 1,000 people, but there's one colony that far out. It's all mostly scientists and researchers, though. She's like, look, I think this Pyramid News Network thing is our best lead and our best shot. I say we go. Callisto's a Martian run. Port Hampton's Martian run. We'll be safe there. I can guarantee you full repairs of your ship. full restock, everything. It'll even give you an opportunity to start clearing the logs of the ship to make it a little more less discreet. I'm not one to try to flex on even any Mickey patrols.
Well, that
Jackrabbit's
would definitely, yeah.
she gonna say, I kind of like this idea because the ship become ours, but we got one more request. You can't do these big repairs. And she looks at Onyx's boots and she said, my friend really want boots like yours.
Yeah.
She kind of laughs. She's like, I'll make sure that the ship is properly stocked with better vac suits and mag boots for you in your future endeavors.
There we go.
Satisfied.
Well, those kind of things, because it, if this is really this important and big, it would be helpful for us to have as best a kind of gear as we would ever need for this. I don't know how dangerous this is. I don't really know what you're looking for, but if we're putting our lives on the line, all those kind of little bitty things are going to be super helpful.
Sure, I understand. Listen, I'm not going to send you down to the surface of Callisto without support. I have friends down there that could certainly help you make sure, keep you safe, that are abreast of the situation on the surface. There's always agents trying to infiltrate the shipyards at Port Hampton, trying to steal Martian tech and the like. We're certainly the envy technologically of the system. But if this crew, these people are ahead of us and are heading down to the private news network with the same interest that we have, they probably have a head start too. They probably should get going pretty quick.
I agree.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Why didn't you just
Good to
tell
me.
us this at the beginning?
I wanted to make sure to size you all up and make sure I could trust you and you would be best suited for this kind of work.
All right, we'll put more trust in you, but you definitely got to put more trust in us, or I'm gonna let Jackrabbit, mess things up on you.
Sure thing. Sure thing. I appreciate your candor, Sergeant Thompson. And she seems.
Jackrabbit just has like ketchup and she's just like squirting it on the table,
Okay.
making XX smiley face.
So. I'm sorry for the to be so clandestine about this, but the checking into it, and she kind of pulls a return. Gray Savannah Extractions is a Luna-based corporation. Everything there checks out. My suspicion is that someone said, "Hey, you're in whichever ship's in the area can do this with the nearest contract could pick it up." I think they're just patsies. I would recommend against pursuing them. They seem pretty legitimate.
Yeah, they didn't seem like they were a threat or anything.
Yeah.
I
With all
definitely
that-
wouldn't send a ship that unarmed to do a job like this unless I didn't want to be, but only if I want to be not noticed.
So
Right.
while we were on that satellite, we got a ton of data. I'd say we run it and see if we can find somewhere to go.
She takes a look at it real quick. She did pretty damn good on that. She says, yeah, she's like, based on the looks of it and this diagnostics, and the work you've already done a little bit of it on Onyx, it lines up with what we knew about the Pyramid News Network. It looks like we have an address. This isn't spoofed at all. Or the last one we were looking at was spoofed. This one looks like legitimate. And once again, I have friends down there, compatriots, that would certainly be happy to help you get to wherever they're broadcasting from, and might be able to provide more security, more, if need be, a show of force. I definitely don't want to see another Prometheus station occur.
How far are we from there right now?
You guys could be there within the day.
Jackrabbit, you ready to fly again?
Oh yeah, always.
I say we start heading that way.
Want to
I-
try the truce again? Maybe we do better this time, Big Punkpa.
No, I'm still a little tired from the last one.
I slide down the ladder and back to the engineering part. Yeah. Let's go.
All right. So you guys all crash couch up. How fast
Yep.
do you want to go on this one,
The
Jackrabbit?
1G.
What's
Done
that?
it.
Just the 1G. Whatever's
1G.
the fastest I can go that doesn't like.
Yeah, 1G is what you can take without much issue.
She's like at 1.1 sometimes, like 1.02.
You can open it up to like you can open up to 20 Gs for maybe 2 seconds. And you do once in a while, you can feel parts of your body touch other parts of your body that should not touch those parts of the body.
I'll be like, oh yeah, that's my lungs folding in on each other again. Yeah, it's kind of funny, it tickle.
Yeah, it's like getting a touchless deep tissue massage. Which doesn't make a lot of sense, but here we are. So yeah. So you managed to get on down that way, no problem. You have this address in Port Hampton, Callisto. So as you guys pull up to Callisto in the orbit, MCRN comes on. The dock patrols come out for the civilian docks. You see Diana. What you guys are noticing is that Diana seems to have full access to all controls on the ship. Like it's given her permission for everything. She has a very little restriction to the ship, it seems. Once she's kind of like not really trying to be so clandestine. You see her type in some orders, and like as soon as she does, almost immediately a docking procedure comes up on the screen for you, Jackrabbit, and she says that one, and like you're like jumping the queue by like maybe like 2 days for docking.
You can ride with us anytime.
So as you guys proceed, the docking procedure takes about 2 hours to do fully. You guys dock up, and the ship's now on Callisto, there's no atmosphere in it, but it's all stationed. It's all kind of a covered city. There's a decent amount of gravity on Callisto too. It's about maybe like point. I don't know what there's gravity though, but mag boots would certainly help. As she docks up, she says, listen, let me go ahead and provide you where to head to and some information on what's going to happen here. She's like, I'm not sure where Pyramid News Network is on the station. Honestly, I don't come to Callisto very often, but I assume they're in one of the many kind of freer areas, entertainment districts, if you will. A lot of brothels, a lot of bars, gambling houses, stuff like that too. When she's talking about this too, Jackrabbit and Onyx, it's kind of making you a little homesick, reminding you of kind of the rough areas of everything. She says, but there's this Martian bar called the Green Veil out in that district. Okay. You're gonna want to head there and talk to the bartender. Okay. I would suggest Mr. Sergeant Thompson here is the one that does the talking. Nothing personal, Myrtle, but they're gonna recognize an Earther immediately. And she goes. Well, she says you're gonna ask her something very specific. You ready? You listening?
Yep.
You're gonna ask for a mug of Martian Minotaur mud.
Martian Minotaur mud?
A mug of Martian Minotaur mud.
So many times I can screw that up, but I'll do it.
Doesn't sound tasty.
And from there, you'll be put with my contacts. I'll stay here with Abby, and I'll make sure that the ship gets some better equipment, some better vac suits. Looks down at Jackrabbit, your mag boots.
Oh yeah. And some more juice, like good juice.
I'll see what I can do procurement wise. Use that name and use that phrase and those words, and they'll put you in contact with the operatives as you'll see fit.
Okay, I'm ready if you guys are. Do we have to wear our suits out here?
No, it's a station. It's a full-blown
okay. We just
established station with unless you're going to go do outside on the Callisto, which probably wouldn't be recommended too much. But yeah, there's no problem. You can walk the station without the suits on.
Size-wise, how does this compare, like, to Aero Station or to Tycho Station?
Compared to, so it's not a it's not a station because it's actually a city on a moon, but it's the only city on this moon. The gravity is about it's about 12% of Earth's, so it's not a lot of gravity. There's no spin gravity, so mag boots are recommended highly. It's pretty exhaustive. Most of what they have are these massive shipyards and docks. As you do come in, you can see them constructing, it's hard to miss, Doniger class ships and parts, and they're assembling them out there on these massive docks, where this is the only place in the entire system, even the Bush shipyards, where they can assemble 1 kilometer long ships. Obviously something like the Naboo is an exception, but they're building war machines here. You do see that there are civilian docks, which is where you are docked up.
Does security seem tighter since the ship explosion that happened?
Definitely towards the docks. As you guys get off, you can see Martian Navy soldiers in full armor with rifles and such like that too. You don't see a lot of non-lethal items on their persons there.
And I take it it's a place we're not walking around with big rifles, right? This is like a...
No, you would definitely not. You could certainly walk off with pistols if you wanted to and have some stuff you could conceal, but a rifle would be definitely, you'd probably get stopped pretty quick.
So yeah, Myrtle, remember what you said about the beer, right?
We could use some
Yep.
right
Yeah,
now.
feel free to use the beer tab.
What about some calamari? Can we have some calamari? That would sound good.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's as you guys are kind of walking, like a younger kind of belcher type comes up to you and is like, "Hey, Bampa, you wanna come out here? We gonna take you out to the best food. You get the best sex. You get the best slots, the best dice, all that at my place. I'll take you out there right now, huh? Come on!" And like, he can tell you guys are off here, and like you guys are like ready to burn some money or something like that too.
As Onyx tries to go, I just grab him by the collar and
Yeah. So he's like, okay,
Yeah.
come on, we go have a good time, huh? You look like you want a good time. And one of the Martian patrol officers kind of walking by and says, "Hey, what I tell you about harassing the newbies?" He's like, "I don't do much. I was trying to give them information. Papa, you go over there, use the kiosk, you find us right away. Okay? Yeah, we call the last stop. You find us. Be good."
I'm gonna go use that kiosk,
Yeah,
but not for that, but to look for the
Green Veil.
Green Veil.
All right. So you pull
Yeah,
the
when
green.
he walks there, I look at like Onyx and Myrtle,
Yeah.
like, aha, there's something there.
You pulled the directory real quick. It's out in this kind of entertainment. It's a district where like a lot of people live, or there's a lot of like I said, entertainment, gambling, prostitution, drinking, etc., entertainment and the like. You do know, like, based on what you remember from like the service, you know that there's like you had heard a few soldiers come out here for that, or while they're waiting for repairs on a big ship or something. So you would definitely, as Martians, definitely get welcomed because the locals know they have money.
Except for me.
Except for you.
You guys want to go straight there, or is there anything you want to do before?
These sound good after all that time in space.
Yeah.
Real food.
Yeah. I'm kind of done with these bars. Your pockets are full of all of the wrappers from the you've been stuffing it with. I'm kind of ready to eat something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Me
game.
too.
All right. So you guys start heading off to this entertainment district, where the Green Veil is located, along with all these other places. There's definitely a lot of lights. It's very bright. It is, but beyond the lights, you can see how dingy it is. It's kind of a dirtier part. It's definitely not something where the MCRN is like keeping everything up on their docks and their shipyards very pristine, very clean, and highly patrolled. The further you get into it, you can see the less they give a shit. And there's not like, you do see like local security here and there, but they're not like it isn't like full-blown armored armored like Navy, Marines, and all this kind of stuff like that too. It's much more casual.
Is this like a place where there's like shops and things that are like out and about, open market kind of space?
There's like tech shops. There's people with like food carts, people with beverages out there. You know, you can see a few children here there once in a while. I mean, it's a little city.
Are there any fuzzy slippers for sale anywhere?
Make a Are you gonna ask or you wanna look?
I just like as we're walking, it's like in my head now.
Give me a scene perception check. Let's see if you find any fuzzy slippers.
11.
11. Okay.
Burn some fortune.
Like thinking about it, I'm gonna burn fortune for.
You do find a place. You go buy a place that like is advertising these kind of like Titan style baths and everything like that. Like, you know, like on Titan they have these huge, like really nice like springs and nice places you can go and get like pampered. And this place is kind of advertising that, but it's like a shitty version of it. But you do see that they in the window they have like a variety of robes and a few slippers, including some that look pretty fuzzy.
I'm gonna nudge Myrtle and I'm gonna point at it. And I'm gonna say, I don't know if I ever seen fuzzy slippers before, but now I know to look for them because you say, and I'm gonna go up and buy some.
Yeah, they're so good. You should totally get some.
Yeah, can I buy some? Did you want some too? Everyone, maybe we get some for the whole shit.
Yeah, do they have different colors and styles? If so, then everybody gets a different color so we know that we don't mix them up.
Yeah, but you don't want Onyx to use his feet.
Oh, I'm a size 13. Both are left feet.
All right. You go on into the shop, Jackrabbit, and at the counter there's a woman standing there, a adultery woman. They'll talk. Oh, we would. What might I be interested in today?
We just want those slippers. Do you have one that's big enough for that guy's feet there? And then that guy probably not as big as Onyx's feet. I want that one there in the hot pink. And you want another one, Metal? I know you already got some.
I'm okay, actually. I've got plenty.
All right. So you want 3 pairs of slippers?
What about Diane?
Okay.
I think maybe Abby needs some slippers too because she's not feeling
You can
so.
get 4. Okay.
Abby needs some kindness here.
All right, so you go ahead and like she kind of says, okay, we only have 3 colors in stock. We have like a light yellow, a light pink, and a dark blue. Is that going to be okay?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Okay. She goes up and rings it up and stuff like that too. Go ahead and make an income test, Jackrabbit.
So I have like one of those things I did like 5 sessions ago. I like found a little pay dirt and I had a little
the extra money, yeah.
Yeah, that's what she's thinking.
Okay,
like
so you can add that. So add that temporary bonus to your income score and enroll it.
16.
16. Okay.
Nice.
So you go up and you drop your little you drop your extra little credits on here, which are you convert over to Martian credits, no problem. And you do manage to afford the 3 sets of slippers. What's your standard income score?
Usually it's a 2, but it was a 3.
Okay. So you okay. This does drain your income by 1 point permanently.
Do I go back down to being 2?
No, you go to because was it 2 normally?
It was 2 normally, and then you said my next.
Okay, so the temporary bonus goes away, so you're back to 2, and then it goes down by another 1 because this is expensive for you.
Oh, and then you're gonna see her like eyes go wide at the price, but it's too late now. Whatever. I steal some more shit later. Yeah. Myrtle say it's important, and you can see the the look on her eyes of like I've never bought shit like that. And she'd be like, I think I want like 2 beers, at least to start, and she's passing these slippers around, and she's gonna put them on right there.
Yeah, I just copied you as well. Like okay, like thanks.
Yeah, they know.
I'm gonna set up like a nice meal for us.
Okay.
You know, because I know that this is like an important family thing for us to do is these slippers. And I know how hard it was for Jackrabbit to be able to follow through with this and pay that much money. So I'm going to set us up a really nice dinner with some really nice beers that are custom, and that we're going to go to a place that won't care because I'm spending money that they're wearing bunny slippers.
Okay. Yeah, you go on into like some random some other a little bit higher end place and get some food and drinks. They let you kind of mosey up. The food's really affordable for you, Myrtle, and yeah, not too bad. So you go ahead and you kick up a nice dinner, and you guys kind of have a relaxing evening for a moment here prior to going to the Green Veil, which I assume you guys want to go in the evening or something.
Yeah, sure.
Some
Yeah,
palm greasing around here.
Just for some context to Onyx too, because this conversation that I'd had with Myrtle long ago was in a private conversation. I would just say, I don't know. She said it's important for Belters to like know we can have good things. I just wanted to have good things for once, as we're kind of walking along.
Mine are all dirty and like
I know it's like
a little filthy
already.
But I like it. It feels good. I don't know why, but it's like a little flair for the artist of Onyx. It's like oh, I like these.
Yeah, so you guys kind of chill out and wear the slippers for a bit. It's a little awkward walking in them though, with like versus the mag boots you guys have had on, but you wear them for dinner and it's kind of nice. And as far as calamari goes, yeah, they're able to like it's actually kind of a grown seafood place, and like cephalopods actually aren't hard to harvest here in out in the low gravity.
Real food. Got some real food.
Feeling good.
Okay. Maybe now we should go talk to who we're supposed to talk to. I just didn't like to. We always do business all the time. Go here, almost die. I figure maybe we go there and we almost die again. Maybe we get something nice first.
we should probably keep doing this every once in a while too.
Yep.
Slipper dinner, right?
Slipper dinner. I want to die.
A little less oil in the food. It's kind of nice.
Yeah. And I pull out my own little.
As we become more and more family, as opposed to just a ragtag bunch.
Making your way through this district of this like lower end or kind of like entertainment district of Port Hampton, and you see like a fair number of MCRN Navy boys, Navy girls, whatever you want to call them, walking around like spending money, gambling, some going to like brothels, whatever it is. But you do see an old kind of rundown tavern bar, if you want, called the Green Veil, and why, based on the way the sign looks, it looks like it's trying to kind of mimic like trying to appeal to the Martians in terms of like showing off like what the potential terraforming of the Mariner Valley would look like in the future. They're trying to appeal to that sensibility, but it's kind of done up in a way that's like a little, I don't want to say insulting, but it's a caricature. You're guessing some Belter slapped this place together, or painted the sign or whatever it is, and they didn't do any research on it.
I'm like, it's beautiful, as he's like thinking all that. I'm like, oh, nice work. Yeah.
You could do better, Onyx.
Good interpretation. Yeah.
But it's an open front. You go on in, and they kind of have this quasi like really shitty version of a Western bar where like it's been like stuff's textured to look like wood, but it's not wood. It's like concrete that's textured to look like wood, and or plastic built over like a like kind of a rubber foam topped everything around it. Yeah. And they're playing some really shitty like drawled out like country songs that are like recorded in Belter, but they're kind of covers, Belter covers of old songs, stuff like that too. It's kind of like that like the Western bars on Mars are kind of like caricatures of old Western bars from Earth. This is a caricature of the caricature. If your character had grown up in Texas, you would be insulted.
Is there any like big giant cowboy hats and
We're not going that far, but I mean they're definitely trying to pull off like the leather vest.
I like this place, yeah.
It's not bad.
You go on in. There's a serving gal. She comes. She's like, "Welcome, She's like, "Welcome, Hatas. We come on, let you in. You go have a seat wherever you want." And she's like trying to like do like the Belter with a drawl, and it's really fucking awkward to listen to. And like I'm not even gonna try it because I'll probably insult someone if I do it. And and you're pretty sure she's like, if she doesn't do like the draw, she won't get paid, or she believes it leads to better tips. So she's kind of like, you know, doing this whole thing, and points you to some seats. There's a bar. There's probably about like maybe like a dozen and a half folks in here, kind of hanging out at different tables and at the bar, the stools, whatever it is. You know, there's like an old like 3D printed like life-size saddle on the thing, not made of leather though. Like, I mean, it's really awkward shit. It's kind of misplaced, however it is.
It's like a really cheap Disney World.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'll just walk straight up to the bar. I'll be like, you guys can have a seat if you want, or you could follow. I'm not going to stop you, but I'm going to go straight to the bar.
All right, rest of the crew's kind of poking around. Jackrabbit, Onyx, or Myrtle, what do you guys want to do while...
I'm going to go to that saddle.
All right, you go start looking. It's like mounted to the wall and shit.
Yeah.
It kind of like you're really not sure what it's for. You think
Well, they
like...
put it on the ships on the outside, and sometimes when you have your vac suit on, they like fly around outside like that. That's why they have that there.
Yeah, I'm really into the decor. Like, I'm just like inspired by it.
It's very alien. Like literally, like it's really weird shit. And there's like pictures of these weird animals. Like you think they're dogs. You think they're like really big dogs that people used to ride or something like that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, kind of shake my head a little bit. It's like, have that like, oh bless, kind of feeling. And I'm gonna go up to, I'm gonna find a table for us,
Okay.
and then whatever wait staff is gonna come over, I'm going to kind of, order off something, bring us something really nice.
Okay. You kind of
And just kind of sit there and wait for everybody to do their thing and then come back to us.
We got
to
a
the
fine.
table.
We bring in big drinker. Huh? We bring in man and a whiskey. We got some of that back there.
Oh, sure, we'll try that.
She's like, rich Eartha, huh? Yeah, you'll get the big whiskey. All right. And she sits down. She sees you and your friends and sets down like 4 shot glasses and says, "I'll be right back with it." Go ahead and make an income test on that one.
It's gonna be that giant margarita cup with a straw.
We got our 0G margaritas, baby. Got to drink them
Yeah.
straw.
How do I do an income check?
You should have an income score at the bottom of your sheet. It's 3d6 and
And add that?
yeah.
Oh, okay. 5, 8, 15,
50. Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, you managed to afford it pretty. What's your income? 6, isn't it?
7.
7. Yeah, you can afford it, no problem. Yeah, it pushes your income a little bit, but like it's not enough to deplete it. Sorry, Jackrabbit. But yeah, you go ahead and you point at the cash for it, no problem. And you can see her going behind the counter talking to the bartender, and the bartender kind of looks over at you and he kind of gives you a nod, and you see her like grab like a full bottle of like Martian whiskey, something that they do not like. They probably don't serve up too often unless someone's like really gonna splurge. But she's like putting on a thing and getting ready to bring it out to you with some shot glasses and such. Wyatt, you're starting to see past the insult of this place. Like its existence is a little insulting to you, but you're kind of like, you're like, oh, fuck, you'll deal with it. And if you're ready to get down to business, the bartender kind of sees you looking over there, and he's like, he's helping the gal get the whiskey out. He sees you, and he kind of gives you a moment. He'll come help you in a second.
Just sit down and like, if there's, I'll just lean up against the bar.
Yeah, you have to get the bar. There's a few stools. There's not really too many stools because, like, honestly, standing is not that hard with only 12% gravity. He comes back over to you and he goes, he's like, got some shore leave here. Looking to spend a few extra credits, huh? What can I get you, partner?
I'd like a mug of Martian Minotaur mud.
He takes a second, looks over at the help staff, looks back to you, and his lips get a little tight, and he goes, and you see him distinctly point to a table across the room where you can see 2 Martians sitting kind of hunched over their table drinking their drinks. And he goes, I think you'll find what you're looking for there. Anything else I can help you with?
I think that's all I need today.
Sounds good, partner. Well, enjoy your stay here at the Green Veil. And he kind of tips his non-existent hat to you.
Thank you, partner. I'll kind of straighten up and walk over that way.
Okay. You start walking over that way, and you can see a Martian man and a woman sitting there. Give me a scene, or give me a scene test there, Wyatt.
What's that under?
Perception. You're pretty good at that one. Or I think you're decent at that one.
Fucking roll good. 10.
And they're definitely Martians. They're definitely not. They're not really like concerned with what's going on around them. It seems like they're talking about something amongst themselves. But they're not like you're not sure how to approach them. You're not sure how to get their attention, or to like just go up and talk to them, or what you should be doing. But they're definitely Martians.
Together? Are they sitting together, or
Yeah,
one
they're sitting
across?
together at a smaller table towards the back of the bar, not too far from the restrooms.
Is there a seat open by them?
No, there's no chair next to them. But I mean, there's the side of the table open though.
I'll just grab a chair as I'm walking, slide it up there, and sit down.
Okay. You see this man and this woman as you sit down, look over at you straight ahead, like who the fuck are you? Like they're expecting an answer from you, and they don't say anything to you. They look expectantly, like you better fucking impress them, and give them a damn good answer on why you're sitting with them here in the next 5 seconds, or you may not walk out of this bar.
I'll wait till the very last second, and then
we'll
I'll
pick it up next week. All right. So that's gonna be our show for the evening.
Oh man.
Donna's in the chat telling us that she wants tasty foods like calamari, I'm guessing. Everybody, real quick, last chance to enter the giveaway tonight. If you type in Rockhopper into the chat, you'll be entered for the giveaway. We are giving away a copy of the Expanse, a physical copy of the Expanse, Ships of the Expanse book from Green Ronin Publishing. Thank you very much for you guys. The chat is laughing because they like when I end on games on hard things like that. While you guys go ahead and enter, next week is our big show. We are going to have 2 guest players, not 1, but 2 guest players. We're going to have Satine Phoenix from Gilding Light coming here. She's a great DM, great good friend, a lot of fun. She's been really looking forward to this. But looking more forward to it is Jameson Stone of Apotheosis Studios. They're coming off a great Kickstarter, her Battle of the Bards book, and he's really stoked to play it. And we will introduce these characters that they are playing, that Wyatt is now talking to at the next session. I'm really looking forward to that, but we'll be on next week, 6 p.m. Here. Last chance to enter, please type in Rockhopper, and I'll go ahead and pull the winner. Once again, everybody, you can support us by subscribing on here. You can support us by going to our Patreon. Let me put that link up in the chat real quick for you guys. Get bonus episodes, more information about it. We have a lot more great show coming up this year. We're in the talks of, I will say this, I can say this early, I can't give you a lot of details, but we are in the talks right now to doing a live show at a convention. If you don't know, Donna has a convention. She just has a convention just sitting around. I went over to her house and it was just sitting there in the middle of the table. And I was like, do you ever use this convention? She's like, I actually used it in January. And I was like, oh that's kind of cool. So I'm looking forward to January to see her bust out her convention, and it's called OrcaCon. And you can put a link there in the chat for everybody to go ahead and check that out too. But yeah, next week, Satine Phoenix and Jameson Stone will be on the show playing the Expanse role-playing game. But Jameson's a big Expanse fan; he's stoked for it. Let me go ahead and pull a winner real quick. I'm gonna draw it up. You guys are ready? Let's see who's gonna get the book tonight, and I will go ahead and message you after the show for the to get information from you to let you redeem your prize. Okay? And our winner is Crazy Grouse. Crazy Grouse.
Great name.
What's that?
Great name too.
What is grouse? Is that something? I don't know what grouse is.
Well, it's the bird, or you can grouse, or you can complain. And
Okay. That seems cool. I hope they don't have anything to complain about getting a free book. So that's pretty cool. Courtesy of Green Ronin Publishing. Thank you so much from them. They've been super supportive. Yeah, that was fun. That was a good one. I had the whole, by the way, everybody at home, I had the whole crew read the rules for ship combat because I didn't know what the hell they were going to do.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've been playing with Sam now this game for a few months, and I don't know what the hell Jackrabbit's going to do next. So, very cool. But congrats to you, Crazy Grouse. That's it. Next week, Satine Phoenix, Jameson Stone, you guys. Thank you so much for everybody that watched. I really appreciate it. It's super cool. I'm going to have our guys play out. Next week's prize. Oh, that's the other thing. Next week's prize is another copy of the Ships of the Expanse book, and the big exclusive bundle that Green Ronin gave us, the Abraxas Precipice bundle, which has like everything. Like it's a big bundle, guys. So please look out on that. We didn't hit our sub goal tonight, but we were expecting to. When we hit our sub goal, I will be giving out the Expanse board game by WizKids Gids. WizKids Games, not WizKids Gids. like WizKids Gizzards. I don't know. Okay, whatever. But thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with us too, and the like. We will catch you next week.